Welcome back to the Neverwheres podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown. Today it is just Jack and me. Tim worked. His family is riddled with influenza, so he is not playing. But we soldier on without him. And Jack, what we're going to talk about first of all, it's actually funny. It's hard to talk about this. What the Patriots did to the Jets yesterday was so brutal. 42-10, 35 points in the first half. And Drake May came out halfway through the third quarter, which was, you love to see it because that MetLife turf has
Yeah, it's a monster.
growing list of ACLs. So, um, I, so there's not like a lot to say to this. You know, you have five touchdown passes for May to five different receivers. I don't, it was just it was a beatdown.
Not only was it a beatdown, it really, it, you know what it does, Tom? It takes the whole, well, the Patriots have the easiest strength of schedule. But yeah, when they play the teams they're supposed to beat, they beat them 42-10.
Hmm.
Like they should have, the Rams went to Carolina and lost in a shitty rainy day. The Patriots went to Carolina on a shitty rainy day and stomped them.
Hmm.
You can go down the list. They stomped the Saints when they were supposed to. They stomped the Bucks, who are looking like they were a joker the whole time. Like,
Oh yeah, they're not. They're
and
in free
they do
fall.
it. They beat the Jets twice, like they should have. They stomped the Jets twice. They beat the Dolphins when they should have. Like the only team they didn't win against that they should have is the Raiders, who after the first week of the season, there were still so many questions. People still thought the Raiders could make a run at the AFC West. Like it, I don't hear that argument anymore. And now it's just this is a good football team who, if you make a mistake or you don't play up to their level, they're going to roll you.
I was going to Allie's dad's yesterday to have
Shout
Christmas,
out to
and we were
Scott.
getting there at 1 o'clock for the game. I think I walked in the door at 1:04 or 1:05, and Austin Hooper was
Was
scoring.
scoring.
Yeah, seriously, they were. And was that the second touchdown?
Uh, and that might have been the first. That might have been his first.
Okay. But I was just like, and then I had to call dad to help him with something, and I came back and it was 14-0. So I think I missed the second one. I missed the
There was a
touchdown
Hunter
to,
Henry in there.
yeah, yeah. Hunter Henry was it was a pleasant sight to see as a Brock Bowers wanted to ruin my fantasy championship. So I picked up Hunter Henry and I was like, they're playing the Jets. He's going to score. And then
He
he
did a
did.
couple of times.
No, just once.
Oh, I thought he scored twice.
No,
Um,
that the last one was to 86. It was his first career touchdown. I was like, was that a
Efton
five?
Chisholm. Yeah.
Yeah, Chisholm. Yeah. I was like, was that a, but it wasn't. But it was just like, like you said, they stomped a team they should have stomped. Uh,
I have one question coming out of it. In the
okay.
key inactives, when they called out no Mac Hollins, no Booty, and no Jared Wilson, how do you leave a guy like Will Campbell off your key inactive list? And also, Tom, is Will Campbell going to come back?
Well, I think because he's on IR, it wasn't a question.
Oh,
And
I didn't realize he was on IR.
yeah, him and the big dude, Milton Williams, they're both went on IR, so they couldn't play for 4 weeks. But yeah, I think Will Campbell is coming back, and I don't know if it will be next week or wild card round or maybe divisional round, depending on what happens next week. Uh, but he should be back. I saw him being called Will Get Better Campbell online. So I don't know. I don't understand the parentheses names. Drake May. Like it's a thing now. I I don't know what that
I think you're
means.
just too old.
I honestly, although I did see something really funny in the crowd yesterday. Did you see the fan that had a sign that said "Fun Drake May fact"?
Oh yeah, that said I love him.
Yes, hilarious stuff. Shout out to that guy.
There was
Um,
a viral video that was passed around by like just a guy going up to a bunch of tailgaters saying you want to say anything to Drake May? And it was just all
it's
these
just
grown
I
drunk
love
men.
you.
Yeah, it was saying I love you, and one of them was Earl.
Really?
Yeah,
I saw like two clips. Earl's in that?
yeah.
Oh my God. I'm gonna watch it again. Oh, that's the best. But honestly, I was
Ben
watching
Earl
that and
for
I saw,
those not in the know, but obviously
yes, that is
everybody knows.
someone everyone knows. You just know. Uh, so I guess there's one question you leave that game, that pummeling. The question you leave with is Drake May going to win the MVP?
If he does, it's because Matt Stafford lays an egg tonight.
Yeah, I still feel like the cumulative
And here's the
career
deal.
achievement thing is
Every single one of the loud people you hear on morning sports shows will bring up the strength of schedule thing. And
yeah,
If Stafford wins
still got
tonight
to do
and
it.
puts up another huge number to Puka Nakua, then it's
You lose a
Stafford's to
lot of
lose.
money.
I do. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah,
Um,
I'm very scared. I have a 90-point lead in my fantasy championship, and I'm extremely scared to go against Stafford and Nakua.
uh, yeah. So, I was that fourth quarter. It was barely. It's like not watchable, but
I turned it
jet
off
after
after his fifth touchdown.
jet after jet after jet kept going down, and I was just like, God, you guys must just like really want next week to come and go.
I can't even imagine. I can't imagine what it must be like for those professional athletes to come into the worst run franchise in professional sports and just have to go through the motions with a coach who has no idea what he's doing, a GM who have no idea how to build a team or evaluate the quarterback position, and no clear answer in the draft. Like,
And,
who's the guy
and
in the
an
draft that's going to save the Jets? Nobody.
and an owner who, I mean,
Well, he's a GM, so that's
legitimately.
why I said that.
Oh, he is.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, just for everyone, if you hear anything funny, Jack's eating during a podcast. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Um, but yeah, Woody Johnson listened to his kids about not signing someone because of their speed in Madden.
Their Madden rating. That's correct.
That that is just there. So that gives it to you. But I was just like, I'm sure most of these guys are good dudes and they're professional, so they're gonna like keep playing because you have pride. But ooh, it is a tough go for them right now. So that shellacking takes place and then followed right by Eagles Bills in an ugly, Christmas gift to Patriots fans. The weather showed up in Buffalo and it was windy and rainy and gross and the Bills had a chance to win. They lost 13-12. There was no offense. Both those teams, I'm like, God, this was probably the most picked preseason Super Bowl. Eagles, Bills would be my guess. And I don't see it happening for either team. And the
Eh,
the
Yeah, I know why you'd say that, but like you also said, and something you harp on, um, that was a gross game, and the weather made that game almost unplayable for the players. Like, I won't hear
now
any business that Hurts or Allen suck because they had to play a gross game in week 17 in the rain.
no, but I just think the teams are just like missing something. They just don't it's been a long time with the Eagles unless they're playing like the Commanders or a bad defense where it's tough sledding to get some points on the board. But the weather also caused a missed extra point for the Bills, which then forced them to have to go for they wouldn't have had to go for the 2 point at the end. They would have just been able to kick the extra point to win it. But they decided to go for two to win the game in a
Yeah.
strange coaching decision.
They decided
Josh
they
Allen
had to
missed.
they did not have to go to two for two.
No, they decided to. They were like,
Yeah.
which I get the momentum call there, but the momentum's going to carry into the overtime.
Yeah.
Everyone must have been spooked by the kicking.
Sure. But that is Josh Allen who's your quarterback, and I get trying to win the game and getting it over then, but like the Eagles weren't doing anything, maybe with the exception of a short pass to AJ Brown,
Hmm.
and especially in the second half off, like the second half. So I don't know why you just don't take the points. And again, I know he's spooked from the first extra kick, but whatever. That's you have a higher probability of making that kick and tying than you do running a 2 point play.
Yeah, I that and another. We'll get to another exciting game yesterday.
That's more of the Christmas gift to the Patriots is that they went for that too.
Yeah, I was watching it, and in the moment, I'll be honest, saw McDermott put up the two, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're gonna get this," and they could have. Allen missed him,
Yeah, he did. He had him.
straight up missed him.
I mean, he
Um,
got hit too, but yeah.
yeah, I think I think he completes that more than he doesn't, even getting hit. Uh, so that loss for the Bills clinched the AFC East. So the Patriots will play their first game at Gillette, no
And I
matter what.
mean, burying a lead there for the first time in 5 years, the Patriots are back on top of the AFC East, ending the Buffalo Bills run.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty big one. That's a hat and shirt game, Tom.
Yeah, but you didn't think it was going to. Yeah, I mean, they were still packed up after
Yeah,
you
no.
win.
Did you see the video?
No,
The video
I just saw a picture.
they were home from the airport watching it on the bus back to Foxborough, and when they got to Foxborough, they had all the shirts and hats and everything
Oh,
like stacked
nice.
up on a table.
Uh, yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And we're not gonna lie, after that Steelers game earlier in the season, we were just like, okay, you know, I was like, I feel like my 8 and 9 prediction might be pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, but this year has been incredible, and it's gonna keep rolling along. Setting up next week, the Patriots play at the same time as the Broncos, 4:25 in the afternoon. The Patriots
Oh,
play, yep, the Patriots play the
a home game,
Dolphins,
right?
yep, and the
Why?
Broncos play the Chargers because if the Patriots played and lost, the Broncos would sit everyone. Now they have,
Yeah, okay.
if they play
I
at the
get
same
it.
time, the Patriots can get the 1 seed.
Yeah. But that
So,
just means
uh,
that I would rather take the home game at this point, and I get the 1 seed, and especially with a guy like Campbell, it gives him an extra week to get healthy. But just, I mean, maybe you can handle the Dolphins similarly to how you handled the Jets, although I think the Dolphins are a much better team now that Tua is not the quarterback. Um, and they're a much better team than the Jets. So I don't know. I mean, I get it. I like that Drake May will be out there. It's just obviously that inherent risk of anybody that goes down in week 18 that misses your first playoff game if you don't get the 1 seed is because who are the Broncos playing? Chargers or somebody?
Chargers, yeah, the Chargers.
Are the Chargers in the playoffs or do they need to win?
No, they're in.
Okay, so
The
yeah,
the only AFC division or seed that
yeah.
isn't
Well, I figured we'd
is the
talk about it in a
North.
second.
But um yeah, I was actually because I didn't think they had a chance at the 1 seed anymore. So yesterday after they won the East, I was like, okay, the 2, 3 seeds, do they have the two locked up? And they don't. I think if they lose and the Jags win, the Jaguars have a better conference record, therefore they would jump ahead of them. But it's it's going to be the Bills or the Texans. So I personally would actually like to see that 1 seed and avoid.
Sure, both of those really good defenses. Well,
Right.
The
Well, the
Bills'
Bills
pass
defense is
defense. The Bills' pass
here.
defense is good.
Yeah, here's the deal though. Josh Allen got his foot looked at yesterday.
Again,
Um, just
second week in a
actually
row.
now, I really now I'm looking and I'm thinking maybe the 3 seed's not so bad because that's where the Chargers are sitting at 6. The Texans have leapt them. The Texans are out of the picture right now for the Patriots. Um, but yeah, the Patriots have a chance at the 1 seed, which I would also. That means every game comes through Foxborough. That's like the other thing. You
Yeah,
get the
sure, of
week.
course, of course.
Every game would be in Foxborough. But that's the scenario for the 1 seed. It's Broncos win, they get the 1 seed. Broncos lose, Patriots win, Patriots get it. I don't. If they both lose and the Jaguars win, I don't know if they can get it. I think it's just Patriots Broncos, but I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Uh, and then the one, so the 1 seed or one playoff spot that hasn't been picked or figured out in the AFC is the AFC North. And Saturday night, Derrick
Ugh,
Henry broke so many hearts or
not
made
mine.
so many people happy in a fantasy championship.
Fantasy
200 yards and
Championship Week
four
55 bomb.
touchdowns.
Hello.
Like I'm in a league where two of my friends who happen to be cousins are playing each other in the championship, and I texted our group like, "Is this a joke? Where has he been all year?" And then he does this in the finals. Very Alvin
Tom,
Kamara scoring 6 touchdowns in 2020.
he's
Todd
been
Gurley having the greatest December ever in 2018.
he's been rotated out of his carries by his head coach. Even that game where he was running them over, I said to myself, I was like, why is Mitchell in the game?
Yeah. You know,
Like he was
you
getting
see,
series at a time. And it's just
you
like,
s-
what are you doing?
other than like Har not Andy Reid and Belichick, usually at and I guess Tomlin, I feel like Harbaugh's gonna is like that classic like he's losing the locker room report might come out,
Yeah.
especially if they lose on Sunday. Um, it's just there. Someone was holding a sign in the crowd that said "Let Derek run."
Yeah. I mean, granted, Derrick Henry set his personal career best of carries. He had 36 carries. So the game plan was absolutely give 22 the football. And that's exactly what it does. He ran for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns and kept the Ravens alive. But Tom, I know that you're clearly going to tell me that the Steelers just went into Cleveland and demolished a shitty Browns team, right?
Well, Jack, the problem is the Steelers are a shitty team too.
Oh, right. And they have the most overblown quarterback easily in the last 3 years. Granted, he blew out his Achilles, but people who say positive things about Aaron Rodgers, I mean, must be scouring game tape to find it because he misses throws by a mile and then screams at his wide receivers.
And then,
It's so annoying to watch.
yeah, it's just he's a Hall of Famer without question, but that
First
has come and
ballot,
gone.
gold jacket, no doubt about it.
Uh, it's I said to you guys Sunday morning, I was like, the NFL has to do some sort of chicanery to get that Ravens Steelers game to mean something, but they didn't. They just had to have the Steelers play
Yeah, just let him just roll the ball out there. Granted, it was another
because
cold, rainy, gross day like it was in Buffalo. It was gross in Cleveland, but
Great Lakes not
that
a great time to be around the Great Lakes region.
those lakes don't play.
Finger Lakes, I
But
like to call
you do often. Um, but
Yeah,
when he's like, first off, there's no down the field threat whatsoever. It's like not in his arm, not on the field to burn a corner, just nothing. And then if their running game doesn't show up, which is at best 50-50, they are a mediocre football team. And if it
Eh,
wasn't for Shador Sanders trying his hardest to lose my fantasy championship for me because of injuries before you even look at me, um, Jordan Love nor Jaden Daniels have played like the last 3 weeks of
couldn't
my
pick up.
season.
You couldn't
I
pick up.
picked up Cam Ward. Cam Ward and
What
Shador
about the
Sanders
Shuckmaster?
already been taken, but I should have played in yours, yeah. Anyways, um, if it wasn't for Shador Sanders throwing up two of the ugliest interceptions you'll ever see,
One of
the
those bad boys was horrible across the
oh dude, he
field.
was a back foot, and the receiver didn't help him because the receiver put his hand up, but he
Yeah,
just like but he didn't put anything on it because he was falling backwards, like throwing across the
that
field.
was. You saw it happening.
Oh, he threw it up, and I said, "Why did you do that?" Anyways,
Yeah,
but
that
if it wasn't for that, the Steelers would have lost by 25 to a team that is not better than them. We can clearly say that the Browns aren't as good as the Steelers, but that's Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steeler football. Like, congrats to Mike Tomlin for another season over 500. I hope to God the Ravens run for 200 yards on them.
the just what why can't they figure out the quarterback?
Tom, because Aaron Rodgers has a forked tongue, I guess, and can talk himself into these rooms being like, I'm exactly what you need. You need a guy who throws 6 yard curls, and nobody does that better than me.
6 yards is stretching it. Does he have a 2-year deal? Maybe he'll retire.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know his deal. It might be 2 years. It was 2 years on the Jets. I
No, it
don't
was
know if
one
it's a
year.
one.
It was 1 year.
So there's no plan in play. If you were the Steelers, right, or a Steelers fan, which I know some are listening, and I'm sorry, um, what is the plan for next season?
Malik
Like,
Willis.
honestly, he'll get you more wins than Rodgers. He just does what he's told. But that I can honestly see them bringing somebody like that back, or even like Kirk Cousins or something like that, where I don't know why there isn't enough importance put on the quarterback position. Maybe they thought they had something with Justin Fields, who clearly
All right.
can't get it done in the NFL, but I don't know. I don't understand what
So
the Steelers are doing.
here we go, Jack. Stop me when you think you have an answer. Here are the 2026 upcoming quarterback free agents.
Oh boy.
Daniel Jones, torn Achilles currently.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers, your current quarterback. Russell Wilson, your quarterback last year. Marcus Mariota, Zach Wilson, Tyrod Taylor, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, former Steeler, Jimmy Garoppolo, Mitch Trubisky, Case Keenum, Trey Lance, Carson Wentz, Josh Johnson, Brandon Allen, Malik Willis. I'm I'm not kidding when I think the best option there is Malik Willis.
Oh, it'll be Joe Flacco.
Flacco,
I think that
dude,
that would be the only team in the division he hasn't played for yet. So
yeah.
that would round out the immaculate grid NFC North for Joe Flacco. And
But what I'm saying is those options you're screwed.
they're
Like,
screwed regardless. They have to draft a quarterback, and there aren't good quarterbacks coming into this class. So again, you'll probably be left with this is what Anthony and George have been saying for years. Just good enough to pick in the middle of the draft to not get a franchise changing quarterback, and
mhm.
always bad enough to never win a Super Bowl and just get one and done in the playoffs.
So you're not, well, they won't, Mendoza will go high.
He'll go one. He's going to the Jets. Him and Signetti should both go to the Jets because the Aaron Glenn is not it.
Dante Moore, Ty Simpson, Carson Beck, but Carson Beck's like my age. Cade Klubnik.
Don't know about that, but
Just, I don't know.
no, I
If
know,
you're
Tom.
just,
It's not a deep class. Arch Manning isn't coming out this year. He's going to come out next year. So
so
even then, like
just, if you are the Cincinnati Bengals, get an offensive line and
it's
some linebackers.
Problem there is they don't have any money.
Well, yeah, because it's all on the quarterback and two receivers.
Yeah, and the
Um,
quarterback is uh, emo now. He's emo Joe
hey,
with
Emo
his
Joe,
attitude.
let me tell you what. You snooze on a guy coming off the IR, you let a team pick him up, and he carries you to a fantasy football championship because he's been awesome since he got back. He had one bad
I
game where he got
I don't
really
understand. Yeah,
depressed.
I don't understand why you drop a guy like Joe Burrow and you just don't stash him on the bench. Probably just some poor GMing on your in your fantasy league.
Hey, not my problem.
No, of course not.
He's wearing a crown this morning,
Yeah.
smoking a cigar. So all that bashing leads us to next week, the final game of the regular season at 8:20 at night, Sunday Night Football is Steelers Ravens,
For the NFC North.
which I'm going to sit there with a cup of hot cocoa and watch.
Oh yeah, big time. You can't not
I'm
watch it.
just
But the thing is, like, two obviously huge questions. Is Lamar going to play?
Mhm.
And two, is it going to be the same game plan from Saturday night, which is turn around, give Derrick Henry the ball, and block your ass off?
Honestly, I think if you look at how they played in the second half against the Patriots, like Tyrod Taylor was fine. Oh no, Nick Huntley was fine.
Snoop Huntley.
Nick
Who
Huntley
is
was
Nick
fine.
Huntley?
And
Nick Huntley. Is he a baseball player?
isn't
It's
it Nick?
Tyrone Huntley.
Is Nick Huntley a baseball player?
I
I
think
think he
so.
is.
Nick
I think he's on
Hundley.
the
Or Rex
um
Hundley? Oh, you know what? We're going down a road.
Nick Hundley, yes, he's a catcher. My bad. My bad, everyone.
Okay.
That hasn't played since 2019. Um, brains all over the place. Anyways,
Immaculate grid answer burning through your pocket right there.
Huntley played good against the Patriots and then won Saturday night with obviously 200 plus yards on the ground. But why didn't they wait like 3 more weeks with Lamar? I know they were 2-5, but it's obvious his hamstring and now his back are messed up.
Yeah, he doesn't even look like this. They did a they did a running play in the Eagles Bills game with Josh Allen. Just had it wasn't even a fake. It was a designed run by Josh Allen, and he he just moved so well that it was just like, oh, that's what Lamar Jackson used to be able to do. And it's not there this year at all.
Well, we talked about the stat they showed against the Patriots where it showed how fast he was running,
Yeah.
and he's like 4 mile an hour slower on average. So I honestly play Huntley.
Well, if you play Huntley, then you better be prepared to run the ball, which I think is their best strategy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been saying that since they signed Derrick Henry, and I don't get like he just proved, all right, if you give me the ball 30 times, I'm going to get you over 150 yards and probably multiple scores.
Yeah. I don't the Lamar thing, I think he's just hurt, so he's not going to help you as much.
Yeah.
So I just as crazy as it sounds, you're just probably better off not playing him.
Yeah. Um, I mean, Tyrone Huntley had to, or Snoop Huntley had to start a playoff game for Miami that one year that Tua was down. So he's a pro quarterback for sure. Um, again, I think it's amazing how many teams don't think they need to invest money or get a good player in there to be your backup quarterback. Like the Patriots have been very lucky. We haven't had to see Josh Dobbs or Tommy Cutlets a lot, but um, your quarterback goes down, man. You need somebody who can at least manage the game. And both Huntley and Malik Willis did that on Saturday night, which was really good to see.
Yeah. Malik Willis, I said that stuff about him, but that might be a Matt LaFleur thing. I'm not nothing. It tells me he would go to the Steelers and be successful with how the
Oh,
Steelers
yeah, I get
operate
what you're saying. Yeah,
offense.
yeah, yeah. However,
Uh,
he did this for the Packers last year too. He kept them in the race and managed it while Jordan Love was hurt.
so last night, the Sunday night game was great. Um, Shootout between the 49ers and Bears. The 49ers won. Um, so this is what I wanted to talk about. The Bears run a hook and ladder.
Yeah.
They must think this is it. We're going to score on this hook and ladder. Then they call a timeout.
No, they don't call it timeout. They didn't have a timeout.
Right. You're right. Sorry. Previous to that, they called a random timeout.
Yeah.
And I said, "Why are you taking a timeout now?" to myself. And then it came back and bit them in the ass because the hook and ladder didn't work. And it was just then they had to spike it and rush. And I just feel like if you can call a timeout and get 2 plays, you're better off.
Yeah, I mean they did get that play off though.
No, no,
Um,
no, I'm not saying that because they spiked it. But if you were able to, that guy gets stopped, you call a timeout, you're like, this is now we have 2 plays.
yeah, I know what you're saying. It was a fun game to watch. I mean, if you like watching football, that's the way to do it, where every drive ends in a score. The San Francisco 49ers, if they're going to be considered Super Bowl contenders, need Fred Warner and some of their pieces back on defense. Although Brock Purdy looked legit last night, Caleb Williams looked legit last night. Um, I hope we get that matchup again in the playoffs because that was very fun.
I saw a very, very interesting tweet or skeet, forget where it was, um, saying Brock Purdy saved an entire front office. Because in the draft, Brock Purdy was drafted. The San Francisco 49ers took Trey Lance third and moved up.
Hmm.
And Mr. Irrelevant is now a guy that can score 5 touchdowns
Well,
in a game that keeps you alive for the 1 seed.
one of the
And
highest
play
paid quarterbacks in the league.
yes, and um made a Super Bowl. And was meh. Was
I
that the
mean,
holding call game? Or no, that was the overtime game where the
yeah,
Chiefs just
Brock
went on a
Purdy
roll.
Purdy was awesome in the second half and
Yeah,
the fourth quarter of that game.
yeah.
Um,
So
no, I think they look good, and I believe that's true. Really, just scathing. If you compare that to like, I don't like Mel Kiper that much, but he's right when he says there's a huge scouting quarterback problem in the NFL. Because who was one, two, three? That was Trevor Lawrence, who's playing his best football, Zach Wilson, and Trey Lance.
mhm.
Like, why did Zach Wilson and Trey Lance go two and three there? It's just like, and then a guy like Purdy, who I just think scouting, and if the answer is that's not how we do it, then clearly you're wrong because the greatest quarterback ever was drafted 199th, and the guy who may
Who
be the
was?
1 seed was the last pick in the draft. Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense.
So that sets up because the Seahawks just continue to take care of business here. Um, tomorrow or not tomorrow, next week, the 49ers play the Seahawks for the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah.
In
So maybe,
oh baby. Sorry, I just looked at the schedule. Panthers Bucks for the NFC South is
yeah,
on Saturday,
I was gonna
and
say that
then
too.
boy, I won't be having hot chocolate for those games.
I'll watch the NFC South game. I mean, that's do or
Oh no, I'm
die.
saying I would Sunday night I'm going to be having hot cocoa, but Saturday night,
Oh, you're gonna be it
actually
might
eight
be
o'clock start. I've already stopped drinking for an hour.
I was just gonna say it might be a little bourbon in that hot cocoa.
Oh, not oh, okay. Uh, so that's I. It really has worked out for the NFL this final week.
Yeah. Um Also, I, I mean the Carolina Bucks game is basically who wants it less. of the NFC South. I mean, it to me right now, the team that's been playing the best in the NFC South over the past 5 weeks are the New Orleans Saints, which sucks for them
Yeah.
that they dug themselves such a big hole because they actually look good.
Well,
Um,
they talk about the quarterback scouting thing. When was Shuck drafted? He's good.
yeah, he's good. And well, I mean, that's drafted by a former quarterback too. So there's got to be something there, where you hopefully see something like these Kevin O'Connells and everybody who played in the league and are now coaches seem to know what quarterbacking is all about. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's I don't know why the Panthers and Bucks just don't want to win these easy games. Well, the Seahawks are not an easy game, but the Bucks looked like they were never going to win yesterday. And they
No.
played the Dolphins. They played Quinn Ewers. Like,
If the Saturday, if the Panthers win, Baker could be having like double rotator cuff surgery
that's
on
true.
Sunday. Like, who knows? But
Do
just because he is just completely the opposite guy we saw in the beginning of the fall.
Who was the MVP? Who was leading the MVP conversation
Yes.
before that game against Drake May? But
Right.
so I will say though that people do sleep on the Panthers. And I mean they didn't do anything offensively yesterday. But do you know that since he came into the league, there has been the quarterback that leads in the most fourth quarter and overtime comebacks is Bryce Young. He
Winner.
has 10. Like I was
That's
Scott
insane.
Hansen, Scott when
Yeah. But also you're like, I kind of remember it happening a lot.
yeah,
Being
and you're
like,
just like, oh, okay. But
and you're just like, oh, this good team just gave it up to the Panthers at the end of a game. That's weird. And then that stacks up and it's like, wow, it's been 10 times in 3 years. Uh, so Saturday's good. Saturday is two. The first game is win and go home. Win or go home. Like the other one on Saturday night is both teams are in the playoffs.
yeah. So yeah,
Did you
the only
did you
spots
hear
left are the NFC South champion and the AFC North champion.
yeah, did you hear them talking in the broadcast last night? If the 49ers win, the Super Bowl's in Santa Clara. They just don't have to leave their homes.
Yeah, that
That's
would be big.
insane. Did the Bucks?
Yep, only team ever.
No, the Rams did it too. But did the
They
Bucks have to
did.
go on the road? Yeah, when the Rams won in 2020.
I think the
Remember
Bucks did. I thought
this
the Bucks had to win a game
the,
on the road, but
the
no,
Dr. Dre
2020 was the Bucks.
or then 2021, the next year, Dr. Dre's whole halftime show in LA. The Rams won that Super Bowl over the Bengals.
Huh.
Um 2020 Bucks schedule. Let's take a look. I'm so interested. Did they have to go on the
I
road
think they did.
preseason? What?
They maybe won in Philadelphia, I think.
Oh, maybe. I can't. It's not showing me. But that could be huge. That's very big. And the report that Fred Warner is looking at an NFC Championship return,
I
which would
heard
be
that.
insane.
I heard that, but the funniest part about that was Tariqa was saying it and Chris Collinsworth was just laughing like there's no way.
Yeah. They did you hear they put a heart inside of a pig's heart inside of a human? No, he died immediately, but it's
It's cool they're
exciting. We're
doing stuff
trying
like that.
stuff. Um, oh no, the 2020 Bucks had to go at Washington, at New Orleans, at Green Bay. Road Warriors, Tom Brady.
I mean, Tom Brady.
Um,
199.
then Sunday, let's look at the schedule for Sunday. We already talked about the Patriots. I know you're going to be locked into that Saints Falcons game. The 1 o'clock games are hilarious. Saints
I mean,
Falcons.
next Sunday, with the exception of the Patriots, next Sunday is I'm not even going to turn red zone on. Well,
Yeah, there's nothing.
I don't
There's
care. I mean,
if I
the
need. to all my attention to be spent at 4:25, then I will not be turning the TV on until 4:25. Like
Exactly.
family, I have a very important thing to do for the next 3 hours,
Yeah. And then I'll
but
cook you dinner.
I'll even do it. I can watch TV. There's my kitchen.
Yeah.
I can watch TV. It's great
We
while
could
I
do the
cook dinner.
Tim. We could do the Tim thing and batter and just have your iPad. Yeah. There you go.
And one eye open.
Batter, drink, and watch TV.
When I tried to get Tim to tweet back in the day when we were first starting this whole thing out, he might still have an active Twitter, but he would just, it would be 3:27 on a Sunday and he'd write, "That's a catch."
Yeah.
No, no
Context,
game
not a
reference.
hashtag.
No, Cowboys look good.
There you go. He must have just been driving through Montana or something like that.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, honestly, other than that, seeding can change, but we know the teams.
Yeah.
It
Well,
it's a weird week.
we know 12 of the 14 teams.
Sure. But I'm saying we know what
Yeah,
four teams are fighting for
I'll
two
happily
spots.
watch Derrick Henry play football on Sunday night. And I will be into the San Francisco Seahawks game because it sounds like it's going to be a good football game.
Yeah. I just,
But other than that, and oh, the Bucks game too. But other than that, I fantasy championship ends tonight, which means my relationship with Scott Hansen ends tonight. I don't need to watch season ticket or Sunday ticket, which by the way, uh, I saw a commercial that it's $60 for Sunday ticket for the rest of the season. If anybody buys that, you're an idiot to
yeah,
spend $60 on the worst, most useless week of the season.
yeah, it's so we did that. Well, you and Tim did. I played no part in it.
Tim did.
Um, Tim did. So maybe I should get off his back about NBA League Pass, but
No, oh. Tim just
oh,
signed
Tim.
up for it.
Oh, and you paid. Okay. That's classic. But I don't know. I think the NFL Plus premium's better because like 45 minutes after a game, if you miss it, you can watch the condensed version. It is, I don't even know if I can go on right now and watch a condensed version of the Patriots tomorrow or
Yeah,
yesterday.
you know what you can do, but Tom, is you do it because we have it through YouTube TV. It's available on YouTube pretty much instantly.
The condensed game.
Yeah.
You you're telling me this after week 17?
I didn't know you didn't know.
Well, Jack, I've been talking about condensed games and trying to get Matt to buy premium the whole year.
Well,
Look at that. There it is. Well, I'll be a sad canary.
I thought you
Damn,
said you
I
watched
missed out on
condensed
a
games.
lot.
Maybe that's just I do it with the Celtics. I don't watch the Celtics when they're playing anymore, and I just
Do
watch
you
the all possession.
do you do that do you have a VPN?
I don't.
I need a VPN to do that. Well,
Oh,
otherwise it says 3 to 4 days.
oh, damn.
Do you
I don't
constantly
know.
have a
Maybe I do.
VPN?
Yeah, I think I have Surfshark on my TV.
Oh, so yeah, that's probably why. Where are you broadcasting from? Don't tell people.
Usually, yeah. Well, then what? Don't ask me.
Uh, uh, I don't know, Jack. That that's all I got. There's nothing much to say. It's kind of a it's it is what it is at this point. The Patriots game's boring to talk about because it was just they just walked in there and slapped them and walked out.
Yep.
And then it's playoff seeding in a couple winner go home games.
I will say though that you've convinced me that maybe they do need to play all their starters to try to get the one seed, but also keep an eye on the scoreboard. You know, if it's 21 nothing and it's also like 28 to 7 Broncos, just pull Drake, man. We know,
Yeah,
you know where you're at that point.
and if the Chargers maybe have someone in the locker room saying, "Hey, the Chargers just pulled Herbert. They're good with the 6th seed." That's when you go ahead and pull Drake.
Yeah.
Uh, all
Nice
right.
to see
Well,
Travion Henderson back. I didn't think he was going to get back. I didn't think he was going to
Mm.
play after he got off the field. So they're actually becoming, and granted, it was just the Jets, but that's a nice little 1-2 punch in the backfield.
Well, it's also nice that they were able to just get him in for a couple plays and then get him out
All
and
right,
not
Tom.
have him.
These Josh Dobbs game, man, not much to talk about.
Yeah, unless Drake goes
Oh,
for
wait,
goes
one
for the
more.
MVP.
Sorry, just one more thing.
Oh, okay.
This is a stat that I heard yesterday that I really wanted to talk about. In the history of the NFL,
Hmm.
um, there has been only one player to throw for 90% of his passes, 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. And that happened yesterday, Drake May.
There you go, folks. Great thing to end on. Jack, we will meet up again next Monday. Hopefully is feeling better and we can talk about a little playoff preview.
Woo.
All right. Bye, Jack.
Bye bye.